Dude, this guy Raimana, he is ahead of the coaching game.
So he makes people surf.
This is a new surfing technique where you force people that don't want to surf. Ah! He's like, nope, I got you, no worries. Let me just grab you by the butt cheek. You will surf. Damn it. This is like a therapy, like, no, I don't want to surf. He's like, you will. She's like, no, I don't want. He's like, you will. You will. You little bastard. No, what out?
Hey, how's it? You know the rules.
So, pretty crazy week.
Yeah? What happened?
Nothing.
Have you ever been to Coachella?
Mm-mm.
What's up with Coachella? Why do
people love it so much?
I don't even like going into a crowded like thrift store.
I don't like going into Walmart.
Yeah, like people go there and I guess they get super high and walk around.
Drugs.
I've heard that if you lose a friend, they're gone the rest of the time.
Like 1 out of 3 people die.
Like if you and me get separated, it's like I'll see him at the car at the end.
Do you not have a phone?
No, the phones don't work.
Because there's too many?
Too many people, too much going on. And so like if you lose your friend, you're like, see you at the car when we're leaving, I guess.
In like 7 days?
Yeah. Fisher's a big guy there. Your homie. Dude, we should talk some clips about old Fishy.
Paul Fisher. Well, he doesn't like me now.
Why?
Well, we went to Nicaragua together.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a DJ yet. And he had like a little laptop. And he had like a garage band up. And it was like, boot tap, boot. I was like, this is terrible, dude.
You said that?
Well, he's so harsh.
Right.
He's like all day long, he's like, you got a small dick.
Right. And he's Australian.
Yeah.
He gets it.
But I was literally like, dude, this is the worst thing ever.
And you were just so wrong.
I was like, you'll never make anything of this.
Oh my god.
And now he's like shaved his head.
Yeah. Well, like, how do you even get into the DJ game?
Well, he signed with P. Diddy.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think.
Dang.
So they're like, do you have any DJing skills? And he's like, well, like, I have GarageBand. They're like, perfect.
Perfect.
We'll do everything for you.
I'm sure he's got some creative juices. All you need is those spray cans. And people are like, ah.
Apparently, some DJs get caught using just Spotify.
Have you heard about the new AI thing where this guy wrote a song with Eminem's voice and like AI wrote the lyrics and everyone just lost it? So it's like,
this is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground.
I mean, I feel like DJ with AI stuff is going to be even crazier.
I remember watching Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
And there's an episode where Screech made the robot and it got too smart.
It's because I programmed him.
That's what he thinks.
It was like taking over the school.
Dude, that's Screech is right.
It like killed AC Slater or something. But I remember being young and like, whoa, robots are so smart.
But dude, isn't that creepy? People
but can we like unplug them?
Dude, once they get started and you get the wrong I think that
Does a sledgehammer work? Like,
yeah, we can just freaking hit it.
Like, why can't we
turn it off?
I miss the days where like people had talent.
Right.
And it was like, wow, that's like a special soul that came to Earth and left. Now it's like,
wow.
I think that's why like DJs make people so mad.
Because it's so what?
Well, you're using other people's music. It's not like, I'm sure the good DJs, they make their own music and only play their music. And like they made it.
Yeah.
But there's literally famous DJs that just play other people's music. It's like,
I don't get it.
To me, that's like human AI. Well, me and Fisher, he wanted to the rules battle me, like really bad. I was like, dude, you're too good. Like, I can't keep up. He's like, because Fish is like the most competitive person ever with everything. Like, he's always trying to like compare dongs. Like, look how big mine is. He'd bring in like a ruler out. I'm like, dude, your dong is bigger. Like, I get it. We were like, the rules battling in our Nicaraguan hotel. And he was screaming so loud, like,
You know the best! Higher! Higher, not the best! You know the best!
like in his underwear, and then he's like shaking his wiener in my face. I'm like, dude, I can't handle it. It's too much. And like the Nicaraguan police showed up.
No way.
Because they thought like
someone was being murdered. So if you guys saw each other, like ran into each other at Sonny's barbecue, what would that turn into? You would love each other. You'd hug each other.
he'd be like, look at me now, you. I tried to do a voiceover video for him once, and the footage wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it funny as best as I could, and it wasn't that good. And he was like, he's just trying to sabotage me. He surfed really good. He was like a aggressive kangaroo the way he surfed. He had this like crazy long arms.
Yeah.
And you know, like kangaroos have just that long limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he was surfing, he's like. He'd be going down the line, he's like.
Well, what's funny is I don't think a lot of these DJ druggies know that he's like a great surfer.
I know, like he actually is talented.
Yeah, he's. We love you, Paul.
These other guys.
Yeah, they're
They're
like. Like, I was watching this podcast the other day, and this guy was like, dude, Australians are so cool for 5 minutes. He's like, then they're like, I can outdrink ya. And you're like, I get it.
Just chuck it in me dumper.
But dude, I did hang out with an Australian, this guy named Brad, and you literally would burn out after like 10 minutes. They're like so intense.
I used to travel with a pack, Wade Goodall and crew, and every night they would take their shoes off and they'd be like, shoeies! And they'd pour the beer in the shoe and they're like,
and
it's
would
like,
you
why
partake?
I did it a couple times. That's why I started wearing Crocs.
So it would drop out. That's genius.
I would put like a cup in them.
Yeah. Didn't you butter for a while?
Huh?
Butter Crocs? It's like a thing.
Well, I like to put stuff in my Crocs before I go out because it gives me a little like
well, it's
protects
kind of
my
like
bunions.
isn't it like a kind of like a fetish thing?
For me, it's like I have these like huge bunions, so it's like
Right.
it kind of messes up everything everywhere I go. But they're like, oh no, here comes the freaking butter Croc kid. Hey everyone, guess what? We got a new spots. Here's an example. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Look at the precision of this banana. The banana's not even breaking because it's so smooth. Your balls will be that smooth too. It's not cutting the banana.
It really works.
Look how good this sounds. It's like angels.
God.
That's how happy your nuts will be.
When do people use it? Shower? Can you do it?
Anywhere. I've tried other shavers
Right.
every time I get cut.
Really?
And this is the only one that I've used that didn't cut my balls.
Hmm.
And I was going to town on. I was like, I was like pulling stuff. Like I was just like,
Stop it. Stop.
dude, this stuff smells so good. You smell like you just came out of the woods.
But in a good way.
It's incredible. This stuff is next level. I started using their product, like the Balber. I surf 30% faster now because my junk is so smooth.
Right.
When I'm flying down the line, it's so smooth. I'm actually gaining speed. And then you add like the secret sauces, like the comfort powder spray. I'm surfing 40% better now. Because a lot of people don't realize their balls are holding them back. Every surfer needs this to go faster.
Right.
It's something no one's talking about right now. MyHappyNuts.com,
MyHappyNuts.com.
and you'll get 10% off. And use the code PMS. That's very important.
Fans of Pinch My Salt, please go to myhappynuts.com to get 10% off the entire order. Support the show, support Sterling, support me, support Happy Nuts, and use the code PMS at myhappynuts.com.
Dude,
What?
there's a lot of things popping up right now about centaurs.
Like on the internet?
You know I believe in centaurs.
Yes, you have always believed.
Well, I saw one when I was 5.
So you're 5 years old and you saw one.
It's one of my earliest memories.
Okay.
We lived in the woods and our door was like glass.
Right.
So I would just stand there and like look out into the woods,
The front door.
the front door. And all of a sudden, this guy starts walking up, and I'm like,
Mom.
and the guy walks up the steps, and he was just like, he had black hair, black beard, and I finally screamed, and no one was home but my brother.
Oh, gosh.
And there was a long hallway to the back of the house.
Yeah.
So he starts running. He's like, doo, doo, doo. And I'm like, ah. And I scared the guy away. And when he turned around, this huge horse butt just goes, doo. It was like super
Down
fast.
the steps.
Yeah, it like broke something too on the way out. Like, doo. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. So I just called it a monster.
Right.
I didn't.
Like a
I wasn't
hairy-
like, I saw a centaur.
Right.
Years later, I told this story to a bunch of Australians at this bar.
gosh.
They're like, you saw a centaur. And they started calling me like, centaur.
That's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
But seriously, my whole life, I remember being in church praying, like, God, will I ever know what I saw? Like, it was that on my mind constantly.
Dude.
But what's crazy is now there's people coming out. Like, apparently they found like a centaur skeleton recently. It's in a library.
And is it like intact?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Couldn't somebody just take a human body and a horse body?
Wait, I really think they're real. And I think like they hide in the bush. Like this girl that messaged me, she's from Rome.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, are you serious about the centaurs? I'm like, yes. She's like, sent me this long story that her mom wrote her. So her mom, her grandmother, her sister died from a centaur. And like the story was that she went to go wash her clothes. You have to walk way to this lake to wash your clothes.
Okay.
And there was a centaur bathing. And it scared the grandma's sister so much she had a heart attack.
Oh my gosh. So she didn't get to live to tell the tale.
Well, the grandma saw it first.
Okay.
Ran back home, told the sister. She's like, no, don't go see it. And she died of a heart attack.
And this was in Rome?
This was in Rome. And apparently that's where they started.
What is the skeleton? What's the story about that? Or do you have more to say?
Well, it's just, there's a skeleton. It's in like Mississippi or something.
Of course. Mississippi. Why do you think the centaurs are hiding?
Well, it's just like aliens.
Right.
If we find them, we're going to turn them into a freak show.
Right.
Like
King Kong.
There's just not enough of them to where it becomes normal in humans' brains.
Right. Because, dude, we have freaking giraffes. If there was old
If
history...
those just popped up, we'd be like, alien!
Yeah. If there was, like, one giraffe in the woods, we'd be like, oh, my God! But since they're at zoos, we're like, oh, yeah, it's a giraffe.
Yeah, it's like anything humans are comfortable with, and if there's enough of them, we accept it.
Yeah.
But if there's just one Bigfoot, it's like,
dude,
dun, dun, dun.
like, imagine an elephant. We'd be like, there's this weird animal. But since there's thousands of them, we're like, yeah, it's an elephant.
Yeah, it's normal.
Are you still sponsored by everybody?
Yeah.
I remember back in the heyday, you had so many stickers on your boards.
Well, right now, me and Italo
Ferreira.
me and him are like in battle of the most sponsors right now.
Like a Guinness record.
Yeah. Like we go back and forth.
Did he actually have to get a bigger board to fit the stickers, or did they shrink them?
Well, his boards are like 3'7"
Right.
height.
Right.
So I have a little bit more wiggle room.
So you have more real estate. Dude, you're going to keep the Guinness record.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, check this lady out.
Brush surfing. Dude, brush surfing's taking off. Look how hard it is.
Whoa.
Brush surfing is so technically advanced. Like,
Yeah.
see his weight on his front foot?
Yeah.
It's so hard. And it's so dangerous. You can get caught in the brushes and get stuck in the spin cycle. Just,
You get to wear your Skechers, though. Why is this a thing? Is this really taking off?
brush surfing?
Yeah.
Well, it's something me and Laird were working on for years.
Yeah.
To be able to surf in his bedroom. And Laird is super like ashy.
Right.
So like when he falls, it gets all the skin off of him, and he's like, he looks at me while he's like, see, now it takes off the skin too. So, and I was like, Laird,
We're
like
trying to train here.
he's always thinking ahead. He's like, okay, I'm gonna practice on my surfing, fall, work on the ashy,
Right.
Get it all the toxins out.
He seems like a guy that's trying to live forever.
Yeah. Like he fell off, then he's like stuck in the brush cycle, and then like Gabby like threw some like amino acids in his mouth
To restart him.
and instantly we got into an ice bath, and then once we're out of the ice bath we're in the pool training, and then we have the oxygen tanks on, and like all day long it's like everywhere I turn it was like some gadget, and like
live forever.
I'm like, Laird, can we just freaking like chill out and like
Eat a Hot
drink
Pocket.
a milkshake?
Dude, you remember we went on that cruise ship with that comedian Tom Segura? He was like headlining the cruise ship.
Yeah, it was before he got skinny.
It was before he got skinny, and he actually he can surf now. But this was back when check out this clip.
When he was practicing.
Yeah, right here.
All right. Ooh, this is looking nice. Ladies are watching. Right knee in, left knee out. Ooh. I'm alive. I will fight for my children. I will fight to keep my last name shall remain. Oh, whoa. Dude, that guy needs to go back to Alabama.
So, dude, Tom Cruise has kind of tackled every sort of action film.
I heard he's surfing now.
So he doesn't surf like normal.
Well, he
people.
doesn't use a surfboard?
Yeah, Tom
What
Cruise.
does he use?
So check this clip out. That's actually it got sneaked on Reddit, and it's a clip from the new Mission Impossible movie. Look at this.
Ha ha! That's right, Johnny. Suckers. Could you imagine if this took over surfing?
Dude, there'd be deaths in the water all day.
Couldn't he just use a jet ski? That's pretty crazy, though. Like, he's at Chopu in Tahiti.
Tom?
Mm-hmm. Tom always has to be the center of attention.
Well, he can't just...
He's like the Kelly of Hollywood.
Yeah, he's the Kelly of Hollywood. He's so competitive.
Isn't he like 70?
Yeah, he's 75.
Dude, his religion works.
He can hold on to airplanes. He's doing something. Watch this clip. This is a foil boarder trying to get out.
All right. Let me just put my goddamn workout bench out in the water. All right. Dude, that's so dangerous. Like those fins are like razor sharp.
Dude, look at him.
It's so big.
Watch, this is sad.
Now let me just slide it on in right here.
Like someone's grandpa died. Right
Please, someone. Ma'am, can you help me out? No, you're an idiot and you're fat. Go over there where the old fat people, you stupid.
What is this guy thinking? How's he going to get out?
Why is that thing so big? What's he going to do? Is it motorized?
It must be.
It's got to be.
Once he gets out there, he fires it up, and he's probably a billionaire.
This guy's so rich. Always the guys that come to the beach with these things, they come in their little weird cars, and they put these things together for like 3 hours in the parking lot. They take up like 4 parking spaces, and they have tools everywhere, and they stop and like look out, and they try to talk to you about stuff, and it's like, dude, just go surfing.
Yeah. The amount of hours.
I have too much money.
I have too much money. I can't use a regular surfboard. Okay, so
What's going on here?
Let's see what happens.
Sunk. Ooh.
Did you see what happened? Watch this.
Fin to the head.
And watch what happens to the fin. Doink, doink, doink.
No.
It's sad, but what's interesting is I've never
Why
seen...
you need a helmet.
I know, and I've never seen a fin. Look at how good it skips.
I'm out of here. Screw you, surfers.
Isn't that wild?
The fin just went sink.
The fin, I mean, it's not funny that he got hit, but just the fin.
This reminds me of that cartoon where like everything comes to life at night. All the toaster ovens.
Yeah.
Like fins have feelings.
So check this guy out. I think this is probably the future. Like these guys look cooler to me than surfers. I think. Like look at that. That looks fun. The final shot where he just jumped. This is my favorite part. Right here.
Why
Why did he just jump
What do
up?
you call this acrobaticness?
So this guy, he's the main guy. They call him.
Yeah. Those guys go back to the bar and like they're so sore.
No offense to whatever this stuff's called, Flow House, but like, why is that a trick? You're literally just body slamming yourself over.
These guys like pull chicks. That's all I'm saying. Who let this poor guy out of his house?
I know.
I got it. That is insane.
That's happening.
That's one of the worst wipeouts ever.
Seriously, he's like what? 10 feet
I
in
got
the
it, guys. His friends were like, "Yeah, you'll catch one for sure," and like he doesn't know it's a tsunami.
Gosh. And
His shorts probably flew right off. This is a hilarious example
yeah.
of dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to die.
Let's teach a kid surfing with you right in front of him.
Yeah, because he can see him there, and he pushes him into the wave.
He's not even paying attention. He's like, "All right, kid, good job. I'm coming in."
Boom!
I'm addicted to eating rocks.
Oh, God.
Is this real?
Okay, so this lady, I guess, has a weird addiction. There's shows like that where show people in addiction. She eats 100 rocks a day. How can she poop?
I would be able to function every day if I didn't eat.
How's her teeth? Like,
Yeah. She looks like the teeth are all right.
I know. Her teeth must be sharp as frick.
Have you ever watched that show where the people have weird addictions, like eat chalk all day? And
I mean, it must be great because, like, everywhere you walk is a buffet.
I didn't even think of that.
Like, you know
Yeah,
how
like
we
right
go
now-
by ice cream stores and we're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, yeah, look at that rock. Holy. I might just swallow that whole.
She'd be fine wherever she goes.
What is her pooping sessions like after?
Dude, intense.
It must be a lot of yelling.
Doesn't Mick Fanning have a weird addiction? I heard Mick Fanning's like a never nude guy.
I never knew.
You ever heard of these people? They cannot ever get naked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's scared.
He'll never be naked.
Even by himself?
I don't think so.
So he always has a Speedo on at all times?
Yeah, and somehow, like, he'll take it off somehow with one leg and then already have the other one coming up.
Oh, poor Mick. He's like, yeah, no.
He's a never nude or never naked. I don't know what they call him.
Never nude. So so when you take your underwear off, you put one on here.
Right, so before it's off.
So it's like, and then he's just like,
Right, and he's never nude.
look at these two. Like, these two he's trying to date her. So he's like, no, let me get in there. And she's like, get out of here. And like, he's trying to prove that he can do enough sick tricks to earn her love. Like, this is mating. This is how people mate in California now.
Really?
Yeah, this is like a normal mating dance. This is a surf skate mating.
Surf scheme.
This is why city councilmen don't want us in their cities.
I know. This is just, they're running rampant.
This is just one mating. This guy, Raimana, he is ahead of the coaching game.
I mean,
He's just forcing people. He's like, I don't want to surf. He's like, you will surf. He's like, I want out. He's like, nope, we're taking you back in. And his belly's so big, it's like, there's nothing they can do. They're like, this guy, he's like, I want to go home. He's like, you're surfing. Grabs him by the throat. He teaches people to surf, but they have shoulder injuries the rest of their
they have bruises all over their arms.
He's like, let me just pull this out a socket. Here's what not to do in Florida.
What are you doing? Get away from me. Get away from me. No, go away. Oh my God, I had to push him away with my paddle.
Beat it.
Is she all there?
She has no idea what she's messing with.
But, like, where is she where she's thinking...
It's like a spring in Florida.
Yeah.
It worked, though.
Then the dude's like, ma'am, I would back up. Have you ever seen alligator? People always think we see alligators all the time because we're from Florida. I've never once seen an alligator in Florida, like, in the wild.
Really?
Never.
they're everywhere.
I've never seen one.
Well, we live in Northwest Florida,
Right.
and they're more east.
I just like you. People think we're just alligator.
When I lived in Gainesville for a little bit,
Mhm.
because I had a girlfriend in college there,
Mhm.
there's every pond you'd go by, there's an alligator.
Dude, I've never.
And they would just be on the road, right next to the road, just sunbathing.
Well, you always hear the sad stories about like an 80-year-old lady trying to save like
A chihuahua.
Fluffy, and like 80-year-old lady dies saving Fluffy, and like, dude, just let Fluffy go.
It's good vitamins.
That was a great noise. Dang.
Chihuahua. Hey, how's it? Look how happy this guy. Dude, this guy is the S's of surfing.
The S's.
Look how happy he is. Look at his arms. It's giving.
He has a nicotine patch.
Hi, he's flying. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Sarah. The jitterbugs into my brain. Hey, how's it? I just got the COVID shot. I could die in your arms tonight.
So why is that guy so mad?
He's mad because he took his girlfriend.
Oh, that's his ex-wife?
Yeah, he took his wife. And he's like, I shall pregnate this woman on the highest mountain of Hawaii. And he's like, dude, that was my wife in 86, dude. Why'd you take my wife, dude? Gypsy lady.
So the backstory
So
is...
he's going to eat this lady, too.
So he stole his wife.
Yeah, he stole his wife. So he's pissed.
What a
And
alpha
then
male, dude.
there-
That's an alpha male.
Dude, I just saw that footage of you and your new kid.
Yeah, it's actually... I got in big trouble for it.
Is this how you take them to church?
Yeah. This is how we
Ha
get to church.
Dude, you come in hot at church.
I was running late.
They're like, why are you sweating? You're like, no reason.
She has a helmet on.
Look at the baby.
I know.
He's doing he's doing an Illuminati song. This baby's in the Illuminati deep state with LeBron James.
That's why she can take these impacts. So this is called the worst high five ever. So let's watch it.
Is it though? It looks pretty good to me.
So this is awkward.
This is smart thinking.
Have you ever had a weird interaction with somebody like this?
Oh yeah. You the man.
So do you think she kind of did it on purpose? She's like,
Yeah, she's a whore.
did you hear about that new surgery people are getting, dude? So like
The waffle maker?
yeah, it's called the waffle maker, and people that don't want to lose the weight,
Yeah.
they just can't. They keep trying. They just do this.
They get cold press on a machine.
Yeah, you get cold press, and they suck the muscles from inside and stick it on top of the fat.
Is that guy wearing a shirt? Like
No.
a muscle shirt?
That's a waffle surgery.
Dude, I heard Blink-182's back.
Dude, Blink-182's back. Praise the
What
Lamb.
happened?
I think Tom and them just had issues, and he was too busy working on his UFO books and stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you think Tom was losing it a little bit?
I think
Or did he really see him?
no. I think he's 100% right. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think he was the only right one, and everyone else was wrong, and he proved us all wrong.
I mean, the government's like now, like, new spaceship.
Yeah, I saw a clip the other day. The Pentagon released another thing. It's always like a ball or something going, woo.
I love it's always when, like, the banks, like, are losing more money, and they're like, UFO, look! Look at it!
That's exactly right. Like, whenever something bad's happening, they're like, dude, we're releasing more UFO footage.
They're like, no, look! Don't look over there. There's no money. Look!
Yeah, whenever something bad's happening, like Hillary should be in prison, they're like, check out these 3 hours of UFO clips. And we're like, whoa. Well,
You know what? I forgive her.
Blink-182's back, dude. Your mic.
Dude. So, my first CD I've ever bought
Yeah.
was Blink-182. And I made some money. And I went into the mall with my dad. And I couldn't get by Blink-182 because there was a song on there called Damn It.
Right. It's like
It was Dude Ranch,
yep.
the album.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to get this. So I tricked my dad. So I bought a different CD. I bought both CDs. I bought Chumbawamba.
Right.
And so I get Chumbawamba and Blink-182, and So I bought it, hid the Blink in my pants. And then I went to the van. I was like, here's my Chumbawamba CD. So I had to put it in play. He's like, don't you want to listen to it? I was like, yeah. We put it on. And that CD's like more vulgar.
Oh, Chumbawamba?
Yeah, it's like the whole song's about pissing the night away. I remember sitting there with my dad, and she's like, pissing the night away. And my dad's like, pissing the night away.
And you were like hiding the CD.
And then I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I think it means drinking the night away. Oh. And British.
So you secretly bought a Blink-182 CD.
Mm-hmm. And then, so I had my little headsets, and I would sneak it in, and I'd skateboard and be like, and that's about the time you walked away from me.
Dude, do you remember CD players with, and you were sick if you had one with shock protection? Dude, if you had like 10-second shock protection on your CD player, you'd be jogging and like, no mess up.
10 seconds till this stops.
But dude, CD players were sick because you had to like, it was like the new one would come out. 20 seconds.
I remember traveling, and I'd have a thing of CDs this big on my backpack, and I pulled up and then pulled the one CD in, and I only like one song on the album. It's like, you just play it and then take it out.
But things that kids won't do anymore. Dude, if I liked a girl, I'd make her a CD, and I'd draw on it, and I would put all my songs that I liked.
Right.
I remember a girl I liked in high school. I used to love Simon & Garfunkel.
Really?
Yeah, and I like told her this was my favorite band, and I loved them, and she dumped me because of that. She's like,
I'd rather be a forest than a street. Yes, I would. If I only could, I surely would. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got dumped because of Simon & Garfunkel.
She's like, this guy is emo, and I am not into him.
I was emo. Were you emo?
You probably will have a Star Wars tattoo one day.
Don't bring that up. That was on May the 4th. Star Wars Day.
That's actually awesome.
It's a sugar skull. That's what they call it.
Like a Mexican.
Dude, don't ever go into a tattoo if you're like not sure. Like I thought it was going to be like this big. And he was like, boom. And I was like, all right.
Blink-182. We didn't finish this.
Oh, I thought it was done.
So what happened?
What do you mean? Why'd they break up?
Tom saw aliens?
So I think to like the outside, I think the story's kind of long, but basically he got really into aliens and wrote books.
Did he see one?
I think he just knows.
So he got into aliens, and he's like, I got to quit the band.
I think there was other stuff going on with like creative differences.
And another one got in a plane crash?
Travis got into a plane crash.
The
drummer. And like, I think one of his best friends died in it. He like got super burned up and lost a bunch of tattoos. I think the story I heard.
Lost tattoos?
Like burned, his tattoos got all messed up.
Whoa.
Because he's fully tatted.
Yeah.
And so what he did, from what I heard, he went back and got the exact pictures and got all of them redone exactly on his body.
On fresh skin?
Yeah. Burnt skin. But
crazy.
Like, that guy's like a rocker, dude.
I remember I went to their concert in the earliest.
Yeah.
And the drummer, we were in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
I got front row tickets from Verizon back in the day.
Dang.
It was at the Verizon amphitheater, and so he's drumming, and he's on this machine. You don't know it, and all of a sudden he's drumming, and all of a sudden he goes.
Oh, it rotates.
He's upside down, and he went right above me, and he's drumming. I'm looking up, and he's like,
Travis did that?
Yes.
That's crazy.
He's strapped in.
Yeah.
And he was drumming, like sticks were hitting me, and I'm like, my belly.
I saw Blink-182, but it was without Tom. He came to Pensacola.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was funny because he goes,
Who filled in?
Who is the main guy? Who's the other
Gary?
guy? Yeah, Gary. He gets up and he goes, I love living in East Hill. And a bunch of people that knew what he was talking about were like, woo! And he goes, I don't know what that means, but I love living in East Hill.
How are you? Looking back, I listen to the songs now. I'm like, dude, this was so bad. But then it was like,
dude,
insane.
It like changed you.
Dude Ranch, like the song Josie, when he's singing about his girlfriend, I would cry like I'm like 14, like that girl didn't like me. You're feeling down and it'll happen once again. You'll turn to a friggin' friend. Okay, I'm done.
God bless you, Blink-182.
We love you, Blink-182.
Dude, we are not. I wish people that watch the video would just hit the subscribe button. Can you sing a song about subscribing?
Subscribe to us so we can pay for some food for our children's, 'cause it's getting expensive. But tonight you will subscribe to Pinch My Salt, Sterling. I know, it's kind of a hassle to press that button, but if you press it soon, then it just comes straight to you, and then we can make money and pay for Ryan's 6th baby.
It's 5 babies, but it's a lot. Let's do it.
Let's go, sir.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.